All right, I'm Marc Coppola. This is always fun for me. We haven't done one in a while, but I got my kid Bro on the phone. And, you know, we grew up as Marc and Nicolas Coppola, but he's known as also Nicolas Cage with a hell of a career, Nicky.
Oh, thanks, Marc. Thank you.
So when they were casting the Tiger King, and every actor in Hollywood, it's like when they were casting Gone with the Wind, every actress wanted to play Scarlett, and they were all doing their things. Every actor in Hollywood was shamelessly promoting themselves, saying, I got to be a Tiger King. I mean, you had Brad Pitt. I mean, everybody. And I'm sure they all would have done their thing with it. But I said, you know, I didn't even know you were pitching for it. You weren't. And
no.
All of a sudden, I heard you were announced for it. I go, well, that makes a lot of sense because that's his kind of character. So,
well, the thing that's interesting about that, Marc, is Dan, who's writing it, Lagana, he sent me an article. I think it was a Texas Journal article on Joe Exotic.
Right.
And this is before Netflix got into the Tiger King documentary series. And I read the article, and I immediately knew that this was a complex and in-depth character that I could sink into and immerse myself into and hopefully transform myself into. And I thought it was a compelling story. Now, having said that, I was ready to go based on the article that I read. And I had been talking with Dan ever since. And then Netflix launched the Tiger King show, which I have not seen. And I am on the fence whether I will or will not look at it. I mean, I'm going to probably immerse myself in all the research I can. And I don't know yet exactly, because I've got another thing I'm currently prepping for. But when I do get to Joe Exotic, I will completely dive in, you know, head first. Are you still there?
I'm here. And
okay, good.
Can you hear me?
So, yeah, but so here's the thing. The Amazon and we're all, they have it. So it is Amazon. And we're going to talk next week. Brian Grazer is producing, who you know from Imagine Films, and he's very close working with Ron Howard. And I've known Brian off and on for many years, and he's got such great energy and, you know, extraordinary creative instincts. So I'm excited about that. And next week we're going to do the initiation call with Amazon. So that'll happen very soon. But yeah, they're doing it.
So you were saying that you were very excited about this forthcoming movie, Pig. Tell me about that.
Well, I was very excited to work with the people I had the opportunity to work with. Michael Sarnowski, who wrote it with Vanessa Block. It was based on a story that they had come up with. They produced it together, were on set together, and both had extraordinary things to offer in terms of direction and storytelling. And it's a character that is really not like anything I've ever explored before. I play a one-time well-known chef in the Oregon culinary community, and something happened to him. It's never gone into. It's very implicit. They keep it enigmatic, but what happens is he ultimately becomes a recluse and lives in the forest with his pig, which is she's a truffle pig, and that's how he survives. The truffle pig, which is big business, you may know, these truffles are very valuable, almost worth their weight in gold. And the pig finds them, and then my character's name is Rob, and he gives them to the character that Alex Wolf plays, Amir, and Amir sells them. And what happens is one thing leads to another. I don't want to spoil it for you, but I want to make it clear that somebody steals the pig, and then it's a path that I have to find my pig. And this is not in any way, you know, a revenge picture. It's very much a tone poem. It's very almost like a haiku. And I was happy with the results. Neon picked it up. I don't know when they're going to release it yet, but it's something that I'm thrilled about. And because also I loved working with Alex, who, you know, from Hereditary. He's such a good actor, and he's also a wonderful musician, as is his brother and also his father. You may know Alex Michael Wolf, the jazz musician, who also used to be on the Arsenio Hall show and would play the intro. So anyway, it's a very talented family, and I was happy to work with them. I'm happy with the way the movie came out.
When will that one drop?
Well, I don't really know. I think they're excited. They want to see if there's a chance that maybe some of the festivals, you know, we're living in as you know, a trying time. So everything's kind of, you know, for lack of a better term, up in the air. So we don't really know yet, but I would imagine sometime later this year.
Well, best of luck with everything you're doing. We always love having you here. And I also like talking about our childhood and stuff, but what's going on in your life now that's really exciting, maybe on a personal level or something?
Well, I think I mentioned that it was very hard for me to see Rico after we all had dinner together at Peter Luger's.
Right.
Because what happened, and she left New York and went back to Kyoto, Japan, and I went back to Nevada, and I haven't seen her for 6 months, and we were really happy together, and we're really excited to spend that time together. And so I finally just said, look, I want to marry you. And we got engaged on FaceTime, and we got her a black diamond engagement ring, and because she likes everything, her favorite color is black, so she wanted the black gold and the black diamond. And so I found it and customized it and personalized it, but I actually sent it to her via FedEx. And so we're engaged, but we don't have a date because of the world we live in currently. But I'm very hopeful that when I go to Croatia and then to Hungary, Budapest, to finish the movie, that I can get into London to England safely, and then I can just spend a little time with her in England, and maybe we could fly back to Japan together and get married in Kyoto, which is one of my favorite cities in the world, and she's born and raised in Kyoto. And I would love to have like a really beautiful, Shinto wedding, which of course you're invited to.
Oh, well, thank you. And that, I would say that's a pretty big scoop, Nicholas. Nobody else knows that.
Nobody knows that. And, I wasn't really going to divulge, but since we're family and you're my brother, and we had a lot to talk about, and you asked, I wanted to share it with you. I thought that was the best place. If we're going to divulge, it's with you.
Well, I thank you for that. Well, hopefully we'll be talking again very soon. I mean, we're doing these interviews the new way too,
I do too. I love it. I love your interview, and thank you so much, Mark. And hopefully I'll see you in New York. I'd like to get back out there. I miss it so much.
Well, yeah. When you were living here for a little while, we had Sunday night dinners every Sunday. We went to each other's apartment. It was just like it was when we were growing up, which was great.
Yeah, I miss
that kind of stuff. Yeah.
All right. Well, give my love to your family, and we'll talk again soon.
All right, Nikki.
Bye.